Hey there, Taoist. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to read chapter 2. Let's get right into it. When people see things as beautiful, ugliness is created. When people see things as good, evil is created. Being and non-being produce each other. Difficult and easy complement each other. Long and short define each other. High and low oppose each other. Fore and aft follow each other. Therefore, the master can act without doing anything and teach without saying a word. Things come her way and she does not stop them. Things leave and she lets them go. She has without possessing and acts without any expectations. When her work is done, she takes no credit. That is why it will last forever. So this chapter, this is a deep one. This one hits hard. A lot of religions and creeds have a dualism in them. Famously the Zoroastrians, they good and evil, spirits and personifications. And I think really what you see here in this dichotomy posed by the Tao Te Ching is that for there to be one, there has to be another. These pairs, they love each other. Sure, we could relate this to some real philosophy, some real physics going on, but at the end of the day, you only know something's beautiful because there's something ugly, right? And so when there's something ugly, nobody's saying that it's not ugly, but we are saying is that it has its own space for, reverence or admiration. There's ugliness in the beauty. There's beauty in the ugliness. And, we just see this repeated throughout and throughout the entire time. When people see things as good, evil is created. What does that mean? Does that mean you're creating evil every time you call something good? It's like, no. But that means you are juxtaposing it to something evil. It can only be good if there is evil in the world. So you must be comparing it to something in your own experience. Again, we just see this in more examples listed out. We could list out examples till we're blue in the face. Being and non-being produce each other. Did you exist before you were here? No, but you also didn't not exist before you were here. Yeah, you really see this whole next stanza just telling us about differences and distinctions and just how they're related, how they're actually similar to the same thing. So beautiful. Love to see it. And therefore, the master can act without doing anything and teach without saying a word. Actions speak louder than words, and the master lives through example. And it's similar to being a cool person. You don't really try to do anything. So therefore, the master is not trying to do anything. And in doing so, his example is, inspirational. Things come her way and she does not stop them. Things leave and she lets them go. Because at the end of the day, these are the same thing. They're both entering and exiting your life for a reason. That reason, who knows? There might be a reason. There might not be a reason. That's clear. Again, though, this is one of these dichotomies of thought where a reason and no reason. What are we trying to ask? It's really a time to be reflective on leaving and letting things go. Similarly, she has without possessing and acts without any expectation. The sage doesn't go into work expecting anything in return. They're merely doing their role in the way of things. And that's why even after they're done doing their role in a given time, they will take no credit because it was their role. It was already allotted to them. Like, obviously you could say thank you, but to them they're just doing their thing for the flow of things. And that's why their work lasts forever, because it's just honest work. It's remembered work. A lot of this, it's the dualism and infinity all wrapped into one. And this infinite of back and forth, creating this constant pinging of between polarities of good and evil, bad and good, right and wrong, hard and soft. Like, even there, hard and soft, right and wrong, even those are just two sides of the same coin. And so chapter 2, like I've said, this one's a big one. It really dives into some interesting concepts and really shows you to It's not even like I haven't even said yin and yang this whole time for this, and it's got to be due to my lack of Chinese. That's why these translations are key. You should read other translations as well, just so you have a pretty good understanding what a lot of people are saying. Speaking strictly from an English speaker's perspective, there's a great website called Terabest, which I should probably just include as a link somewhere in one of these videos or page. And it's a lot of English versions. Might have other versions. They definitely have Chinese versions too. Um, but yeah, chapter 2, big one, yin yang. It's the dualism of everything, of the way. The way is the path between the two. It's always a balancing act. And it's not to say to be an evil person, right? It's just to say that sometimes in the context of any situation, you could be good or evil, right? It's all perspective. And if you only narrow your perspective down to right and wrong, and it's locked into dogma, you might find yourself on the side of wrong sometimes because you're just rigid. You're not flowing. You're not going with the flow. You're not adapting to change. You have to be supple like the newborn babe and bend like the sapling. It'll make sense one day. All right. Thanks, guys. Tune in for chapter 3.